Today we're going to drive a little bit back and we're going to stop at the crater, the volcanic crater that is close by here, which is on the side of the road. From there we will continue and drive up through up along the river, Soos, that is coming from the Þingvalla lake. It's one of the greatest salmon rivers in Iceland. And from there we pass through Grafningur and continue here out along the west coast of the lake to Þingvellir, the old parliament place. And we will stop there and walk around a little. And then from there we will pass on into the mountains. So now we are turning off the roads and off to the tracks, and we will use the opportunity to air down the tires. We are driving into the highlands right now. This is what we call Meyjarsæti. It's close to Þingvellir. We are into the highlands now. Step by step, as we drive into it, you will see that vegetation disappears and it will be more like a desert. Sand and lava desert. Today we will drive back to Selfoss and on the ring road number 1 all the way to Seljalandsfoss, which is a waterfall that is quite beautiful. You can walk behind it. Because this is old sea cliffs. The ocean used to go all the way up to the cliffs here on our left, and so the waves have carved out the cliffs behind the waterfall. And that's the reason why it's so hollow behind it. from there we drive into Voetspore, or the valley of Toer, where this is the Katla volcano, the great one. This is the Eyjafjallajökull volcano, the one that erupted last year, that made all the trouble. That's the one. You can see how small it is compared with the Katla. The Katla is 7 times bigger. The caldera of Eyjafjallajökull is about 1.5 kilometers in diameter. The caldera of the Katla is 7 point something kilometers. And that also means that there has come huge floods down from the volcano, and they have created this valley. This used to be a glacial lagoon where we are right now. It was a lagoon full of icebergs that were breaking off the glacier. And where we have our trucks now, you can see where the land was before that made the lagoon. It's washed out because the flood that came down. Inside the caldera up there was a huge mass of ice, and when the eruption started it melted all the ice and the flood came down. You see the canyon in the rock. The rock didn't have any canyon before. The water dug itself into the canyon, and big chunks of icebergs from the glacier broke off and are buried in the sand in the lagoon bed. And this makes it dangerous to drive on it because there is quicksand, because the ice is melting underneath the sand. So in the beginning it was really dangerous to drive there, and it's still there is some ice buried under there, and we will see some small potholes when we drive up there. So please keep to the track. When I was inside of this valley when the eruption started, and we came out here and we were stuck because we couldn't cross here because of the flood that came down. So I was up on the hill where people are standing and waving, and I was watching it, and it was just unbelievable. I cannot explain it. The water was coming out like 200-300 meters, spraying out of the canyon, and it was a huge mass of water that was coming down. today we head into an area that is called Behind the Mountains, or Fjallabak in Icelandic. There are two routes through this area. It's the north route and the south route, and we are going through the south route. On the way we will pass Eldgjá. Eldgjá is a volcano that erupted in year 980, and it was a 32-kilometer long eruption. From historical times, it's one of the longest cracks that have opened up in the ground on Earth. On the way you will see how it has ripped to pieces mountains. It's like somebody just tore them like a piece of paper. And then we will drive into the desert at the site of the glacier. We are in Mælifellssandur. It's the desert north of Mýrdalsjökull. We are starting to head towards the glacier. The Katla volcano is inside this glacier. We will head to a small hut to have our lunch. This hut, it's on a hiking route that it's called Strútstígur, which goes from the largest glacier down to the mountains below here. The name of the hut is Strútur, and the meaning of the word Strútur is the same as it's the name of the bird ostrich. The whole rock base of the caldera that is on to the left of us, it's a huge caldera. It's all cooked from the hot water in the rock base. On our left you can see the difference of the color of the mountains. One is black and another one is yellow. This is typical for the region that we're driving into now. There is a lot of different colors on the mountains. The reason is the rock base has different acid value, pH value, and that differentiates the color and the nature of the rock base. It's a high geothermal area that we are into, one of the largest ones in Iceland, and it's a geothermal area with a lot of high temperature hot springs and beautiful colors, and eventually we will end up at the end of the day in Landmannahellir and Landmannalaugar, where is the hot pool that you may have seen in the brochure. going to Voetspore. It's the second highest waterfall in Iceland. We go into Voetspore Valley, where the old Viking farm is, so you can see that, and then we start heading back into civilization. This is a replica of Þjóðveldisbær, the old Viking farm from the year 1100 that they had here in the region.